ever get those headaches.
Not just any headache.
But the kind that feels like your sinuses are going to explode.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, those are the worst.
And today we are diving deep into using acupressure for potential relief from those.
Because no one wants to just be stuck with a cold compress.
We found some really interesting excerpts from this text,
Okay.
all about specific pressure points.
That could become like your secret weapon
Interesting.
against those headaches.
To help us navigate all this, we've got our TCM expert here.
Happy to be here.
So this text we found mentions congestive headaches,
Right?
stemming from something called dampness or phlegm.
What is that all about?
I know those terms
Yeah.
sound a little weird.
At first,
It's not really about like,
literal phlegm.
it's more about understanding how energy
Okay.
or
Flows in your body.
imagine these invisible pathways called meridians.
Okay.
And they're like,
Rivers of energy.
each one is linked to
Specific organs.
and their functions.
Right.
So if you imagine like a dam
Okay.
on one of these rivers
That's creating a blockage.
or like stagnation,
That's kind of what dampness is.
okay,
It's this buildup.
this sluggishness
You're-
and the flow of ki.
That TCM often links to congestive headaches,
Okay.
especially in the head.
So think of it.
Like this heavy,
Yeah,
almost sticky energy.
that settled in.
Gotcha.
That can come from things like
Diet.
stress, even the weather.
Exactly.
Right.
And that's where this TCM concept
Oh,
of the
makes
yin
sense.
and yang comes in.
Oh, yin and yang, I've heard of that.
You've probably heard those terms. But essentially,
valid.
these opposing but interconnected forces.
In the universe.
Okay.
And like within us.
So
Tell me more.
yin is more about like cooling, slowing down energy.
Like rest quiet.
Yang is more about heat,
Okay.
movement, action.
When those are in balance,
Right.
things flow smoothly.
But when they're out of whack,
Yeah.
you get these
There's
blockages.
dampness.
And that can manifest as different ailments
Including.
or nemesis, the congestive headache.
So our bodies are striving for this internal harmony.
Exactly.
Interesting.
So that brings us to our arsenal today.
Acupressure.
Oh,
Our source highlights 5 key acupoints.
for potentially tackling these headaches.
But I gotta say, these names sound impressive.
We've got PC7,
Also known as Dawling.
BL60, which I've already nicknamed the aspirin point,
BL62 or Shenmai.
ST36,
Suzanli.
and GV19.
Howding.
Don't let those names intimidate you.
They're just labels
Right.
for specific locations on your body.
Right.
The important thing is understanding how stimulating these points.
Might help get that chi flowing smoothly again. Okay, so let's break down where these points actually are,
Okay.
because our source gets pretty specific, which I appreciate.
Let's start with.
PC7 or Dawling.
Okay, so for that one,
Imagine you're looking at the palm of your hand.
okay,
Find the crease.
where your wrist meets your hand.
Got it.
Right in the middle of that crease.
Okay.
Between the tendons, you'll find PC7.
Oh, okay, that one seems...
Pretty straightforward.
What about BL60, our aspirin point?
BL60 is on your lower leg,
Okay.
behind the ankle.
If you run your fingers down the outside of your ankle bone,
Yeah.
you'll feel your Achilles tendon.
BL60 is right there,
Okay.
where the ankle bone meets the tendon.
And then there's BL62 or Shenmai, which hangs out just below that, right?
Precisely.
So we're tracing a path.
Down the ankle
Yeah.
with these.
Funny.
Now, ST36 takes us a bit further afield.
It's on your lower leg as well.
Okay.
About 4 finger widths.
Below your kneecap.
Just slightly off to the side of your shin bone.
You'll want to
Feel around a bit.
to find the most sensitive spot.
Okay.
Last but not least, GV19.
This one's on the head, right?
Yes, GV19 is at the very top of your head.
Imagine drawing a line from the top of your ears to the center of your head.
And go back.
Another inch or two along that line.
Okay.
You're looking for a slight depression in the bone.
Okay, so we found our points and get things flowing again.
Okay, so we've got BL60 and BL62,
Working on that bladder meridian.
right?
PC7 tapping into the pericardium.
Yes.
ST36 giving the stomach meridian a boost.
And GV19 clearing out the governing vessel.
That's amazing.
It's like we're conducting an orchestra of energy.
I love that.
That's a great analogy.
And the best part is you have access to this orchestra
I know.
anytime, anywhere.
Exactly.
But it does make you wonder, like, why don't we learn more about this?
Yay.
Like, this is fascinating.
It is fascinating.
Why is this not?
Taught in schools.
Well, I think there are a few reasons for that.
Okay.
So
So we got this course.
Right.
And it's all about like...
taking your health into your own hands.
Exactly.
But it makes you wonder why we don't learn more about
Yeah.
acupressure and TCM.
I think there's a few reasons for that.
Okay.
One is
The difference in perspectives.
Okay.
Western medicine.
Tends to focus on treating specific symptoms,
Right.
often with pharmaceuticals,
Which are amazing.
which are amazing in many ways.
In a lot of ways.
But TCM takes more of a holistic approach.
Looking for the root cause of the imbalance within the body's energy system.
Like we were talking about with dampness and qi.
Exactly.
And this difference in approach can make it hard to integrate TCM practices like acupressure into mainstream healthcare.
Right.
There's also the aspect of research. While there's growing scientific interest in acupressure, sure.
And its potential benefits.
More rigorous studies are really needed.
To fully understand how it works.
Right.
And how effective it can be for different conditions.
So it's not that there's no evidence.
It's just that we're still trying to figure it out.
Exactly.
And put it into our modern understanding.
Yeah. Get it all together. But the good news is you don't have to wait for all the answers.
Right.
To start exploring acupressure yourself.
That's a good point.
Right.
The information is out there.
Right.
And with a little guidance.
Like what's offered in this course.
Yeah.
You can start experimenting.
And see what works for you.
That's what I like about it. It's like you're not trying to replace anything.
It's like adding more tools to your toolkit.
It's about empowering yourself. Yeah.
With knowledge.
Taking control.
Yes.
So as we wrap up our deep dive here on acupressure,
what is like the one thing
you want our listeners to take away?
I think the most important takeaway
is that your body has this incredible capacity
for healing.
Right.
Acupressure is rooted in the principles of TCM.
It offers a very unique
and potentially really powerful way
to tap into that innate healing ability.
I like that.
It's about understanding the interconnectedness of your body's energy system.
Learning how to restore that balance and harmony.
It's not just about alleviating the symptoms. It's about a deeper understanding of your body.
Exactly.
Well said.
And on that note,
I want to encourage you to keep exploring.
Keep asking those questions.
And keep an open mind.
Yes.
Remember what we discussed here.
Is just one perspective.
Right.
If you're intrigued.
Do your research.
Maybe even try some of these techniques.
You might just discover your own secret weapon against headaches.
Absolutely.
Right.
And as with any health practice.
Right.
It's always a good idea to consult with your doctor.
Yes. Always consult with a qualified healthcare professional.
Okay.
That is it for today's exploration on acupressure.
Until next time, stay curious.
Stay informed.
And most importantly, take care of yourselves.